Hi there, it's Carissa Hankins from Hello Sleep Health and the Sleep NP. I was just going through Facebook and I saw this very interesting question posed in one of the CPAP support groups. And I thought this would be a good chance to discuss it because it comes up periodically and people kind of feel like they've been told the wrong thing. Anywho, the poster says, I'm curious about unassisted natural weight loss or gain when doing sleep therapy. And she's referring specifically to sleep therapy for sleep apnea. Please note this is a question for those who are not using a GLP-1, going on a diet, doing intermittent fasting, hormone replacement, etc. Do you find that your weight went down once you got your therapy, settings, best mask, etc. dialed in? More energy, less boredom, less tired eating? Or did you find that you are now hungry and interested in food now that you're sleeping better? I realize underlying health and metabolic issues are different for everyone, and there's a bunch of things that affect it, including sleep quality. This is a fantastic post. And so I thought, you know what, I gotta chime in on this. And I did respond in the thread. The thing to remember when we're talking about weight gain or loss in the setting of treated versus untreated obstructive sleep apnea is when the sleep apnea is significant enough, you end up getting a workout to nowhere every single time you go to bed. Every time you go to sleep, to keep you alive, your body is going into fight or flight mode. It is using resources to stay alive. And this is also going to take energy to do. Now, I've worked in sleep clinic. I started in sleep medicine as a nurse practitioner in 2011. So I've had lots of time to observe. And my observations are relatively consistent. Do some people get on CPAP and you're like, dang, what happened to you? You look great. Yeah, but that's not the typical story. The typical story is I got on CPAP and now I'm having my weight creep and creep and creep and creep. And then like, dang, what's happening? Here's what's happening. If your sleep apnea is bad enough, you are getting a workout to nowhere every time it's not treated. We throw the CPAP on, we reduce the work your body needs to do in order to just keep you alive. So your body's not going into panic mode or fight or flight mode every time you hit the pillow. And so you lose your workout to nowhere. If you don't change anything else, your calorie balance, your energy balance is going to go more to the positive than the negative. So a pound or two here or there, it's going to start creeping up and it's going to start adding up. Now, there are other factors that can cause the weight to go up even faster and more profoundly. Certain medications can definitely do it. And if you're already a little more heavy on your calorie intake, so if you're into the sugar sweetened beverage scene or you drink a lot of alcohol, those are really high calorie things. In graduate school, I was of the opinion that if it's liquid, it doesn't count. And 50 pounds later, I realized, oh yes, even liquid counts. When you want to lose weight and you're like, okay, I'm going to treat the sleep apnea, what you're doing is you're trying to support your body to get out of fight or flight mode. We're trying to calm down the excess cortisol. Cortisol is a steroid hormone. If you've ever taken prednisone, that's like a pharmaceutical version of cortisol. What happens if you are on enough prednisone, like a high enough dose for long enough? You turn into the Michelin man who can't sleep. But you can see significant weight gain coming from that cortisol component. People tend to feel better if they're having breathing issues like COPD flares with prednisone, but it comes at a price. And so does untreated sleep apnea. It comes at a price. So if we can calm down some of that hormonal stuff in the background, the other behavioral stuff, you can start to see more, what's the word I'm looking for? More benefit or make more headway with your weight loss efforts. I can't tell you how many people who've come and sat with me and we've talked and they've been like, I've tried everything to lose weight and nothing's working and it's still going in the wrong direction. Yeah, workout to nowhere overnight, excess cortisol. So your body's like, panic. That is going to make it so much easier to gain weight and very difficult to lose weight. So if we can get rid of that component of it, then the other things to try and get the weight down, they can be helpful. Is sleep apnea treatment going to fix everything? No, it's not. However, when you understand that you had a workout to nowhere, and now there's nowhere for those calories to go other than on your person, you can look at it a little bit differently. And you can go, oh, right. Do I actually need this snack or that beverage in terms of just the calorie content? We're not saying about the emotional satisfaction it may provide you, but do I actually need that from a calorie standpoint? Or is it going to put me over on my balance for the day? And then am I going to be forced to store that energy on my person? I hope you found this helpful. If you're trying to understand your CPAP therapy, or you're struggling with your sleep apnea and you're looking for an expert to sit with you and coach you through and educate you on a lot of the things you have questions about, feel free to check out my website, hellosleephealth.com. We offer CPAP and sleep apnea coaching. I have a CPAP downloads course that might be of benefit, and I also have my free CPAP tip sheets. Check out my website, hellosleephealth.com, to learn more.